I will fight this to the bitter end. You'll get to know who I am. Let's meet in court. Is court the only way? The only alternative? Maybe not. Maybe not. My name is Anisia Mwaniki. I'm a lawyer, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, and a professional mediator and trainer. On this channel, I talk about mediation as an alternative to settling our disputes and our conflicts through the courts of law. And precisely in today's video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of mediation as an alternative to settling our disputes outside the courts. Then I'll talk about 7 benefits, very much like a broad outline of some of the benefits of mediation. And without too much ado, let's go to the first one. It's that mediation saves time. We know, for those who have had the experience of handling cases or having a case going on in court, the amount of backlog there is, and is a complaint you hear about the world over. In mediation, on the other hand, parties have control over their timing, their place, and even to a very great extent, the cost of their disputes. And we know that, okay, for those who don't know, the truth is you can settle your matter in mediation within just one day or just a few sessions, and you already know what the outcome is and you can move on with your life. Number 2, mediation saves money. Really, at the end of it, we know that when we take a matter to court, we have no idea what the outcome is going to be. We don't know. We're not in control of what the judge is going to rule, whether for or against us. In the meantime, we incur costs. It could be costs of just the legal fees of paying a lawyer. It could be just the cost of not even knowing whether I'll be condemned to pay the costs of the suit, eventually. And we know that can be very unnerving. Yeah. On the other hand, with mediation, parties know even beforehand what the costs are going to be. The mediator's fee is usually shared by the parties as agreed, or depending on how they agreed to work out the costs or the charges or the fees for the mediator. Secondly, is that once you sort out your matter, that's it. It's sorted out. You may or you may not engage an advocate, and even if there's an advocate that is representing you or present or advising you in mediation, once your matter is sorted out in mediation, those costs come to an end. Then third, mediation is fair and neutral. In mediation, each party is helped to negotiate as an equal. It's a negotiation. And at the end of it, when you come to an agreement, it has to be a mutual agreement. There's no winner, there's no loser, there's no greater, there's no lesser. Each party is helped to negotiate and to talk about their case as an equal to the other. Number 4, parties in mediation can express and discover the real issues to their dispute, both real, substantive, and also emotional. You can talk about matters in mediation that you will not be allowed to talk about in a court of law. You'll be ruled out of order. But in mediation, you can express yourself. And through that expressing ourselves, we get to discover our real issues. And sometimes we discover that those issues are not even legal. Yeah. At the end of it, they could be just emotional issues that were disguised as legal issues, and we are able to express ourselves in mediation the way we are, or the way they are. You know, being able to say, I felt, I thought, I was sad, I was angry, I feared, you know, and we dig into those things that are real to us, and at the end of the day is our interests that really matter. Number 5, mediation is confidential. We know that in a court of law, things are usually held in public. Proceedings are public. Files are usually public. While in mediation, everything is kept confidential and very private. In fact, at the beginning of the session, everybody present, all the parties and anybody present, binds themselves to keep the matter confidential, both during and after the mediation session. So there's no fear even of expressing very personal things in mediation, because we know it is going to be kept confidential, and also that the mediator cannot be called upon later on to reveal what was said in mediation. And the only thing that is actually put down in writing would be only an agreement if the parties reach an agreement. Number 6, in mediation, parties are helped to design their own solution to their problem. It is not something imposed. It is not a ruling. It is not a judgment. It is not an order that is imposed by a third party. The parties design and own their own solution, which has been negotiated and mutually agreed upon. And of course, we know that if a solution has been owned and designed by the parties, it is more durable. It has come from them. It was not imposed. It's therefore bound to last longer. Yeah? Number 7, mediation improves communication and fosters cooperation. Because usually in a court of law, if there's a winner and a loser, what happens? That relationship is finished. Yeah, there's a wedge. It's not going to improve communication. It's not going to heal the broken relationships. While in mediation, precisely that's what happens. If parties talk and they come to an agreement, they are able to communicate better and to cooperate to make their lives better after the mediation is over, and to get back to a working relationship. At least, okay, it restores and sometimes builds even some stronger relationships. Yeah. Why? Because as we say, there's no winner, there's no loser, and the whole thing is geared towards that each party goes with a win-win, or that both gain. I know these are just highlights on the main benefits of mediation, and with time we will get to understand them a little better and more things still. But then the next time you're thinking, or somebody tells you the only solution to resolving your disputes is in litigation in a court of law, think again. There's probably a better alternative. Besides, we know that in mediation you can resolve things and conflicts that you cannot even take to a court of law. The matters where, as lawyers say, that there's no cause of action. Yeah, that it's just a conflict that you cannot even sue. You cannot take the other party to court, and mediation caters for all that. Yeah, so think of it as an alternative for building those long-term kind of relationship and restoring cooperation and communication. It will save you time, it will save you money, and certainly it is an alternative worth considering and worth thinking about. I will see you in my other videos while we continue exploring on this topic of mediation, because it is broad, and to see whether we can embrace it as a way of resolving our conflicts more peacefully and getting to some mutual and more durable solutions. I will see you in my next one. Bye.